Honestly, I didn't want to make this video. I feel like I talk about this topic constantly, but I just feel so many bassists still shooting themselves in the foot because they're just practicing too fast. So today I'm done talking about it. I'm going to prove the power of practicing slow. I'm going to take you inside a practice session where I'm going to go over Teen Town, one of the hardest things we can play on the bass. And this is legit. I haven't practiced this tune since I was 17 years old. So I'm going to take you inside my studio. We're going to do a 10-minute practice session on the first 4 bars of this monster right before your eyes, focusing on taking this excruciatingly slow. Let's get to work. Hey everybody, Lorin Cohen here. Welcome back to the channel. So today I'm going to do a little shed session on Teen Town. Now, if you want to learn my entire approach to practicing, go ahead and download my free ebook, my bass practice blueprint. You can download that in the description box below. Okay, so I'm just going to shed the first 4 bars of Teen Town, this iconic first lick, just because, for time's sake, I'm not going to go into the whole tune here, but I definitely do need to practice the whole line as well. All right, so before I even dive into trying to play it with the click, first I just want to go through and find these notes and make sure that I can see these notes and I'm reading these notes correctly. Again, I haven't really practiced this. I've sort of faked this little intro lick from time to time, but I haven't practiced this in a really long time. So this is legit. So first, let's just find the notes, okay? Okay, we all know that part, right? But the issue with playing that is it's tricky. Those octaves, with the right hand especially, crossing those strings. Okay. What did I do there, too? I just started speeding up, So I understand that our tendency is to want to just start speeding up. We sit down to practice. Sometimes we really lose our focus. And this is the thing. Slow practice, that's the first thing. I'll actually say 2 things. One thing is you need something to practice. Number 2, something specific that you're practicing. And number 2 is slow, specific and slow. If those 2 things aren't there, you're not really practicing. So first few pitches here. Okay, got that. Okay, now notice here that's D sharp, right? The D sharp is held over from before. Right. Okay, so there's a lot of stuff in there. There's a lot of pitches in there. I'm going to go back and just dial this in again before I even, put on the click. So out of time. And that sucked, hitting that fret like that. Okay. And then we got, okay, syncopation, another amazing reason to practice this tune. All the great syncopation that's in here, playing on the upbeats of these 16th note phrases and things like that. All right, so let's just see if I can, put this string of pitches together out of time. Okay, so now let's look at the 3rd bar here. This gets pretty tricky. All right, so now that I know where the pitches are, and I think I can play the pitches, let's put it with the click. All right, so I got it here at 40 beats per minute, but because these are 16th notes, I think that's even going to be a little fast. That may not even necessarily qualify as excruciatingly slow. Let's put it down to 35 beats per minute. First, I just want to see if I can sing this a little bit. I'm going to get the pitches wrong, but za 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 za. Okay, that's still fast. I can already tell you that playing that on the bass for me, 16th notes like that, is going to be still a little fast. Will this thing even go down to 30? Okay, let's again try singing this first. 3, 4. This is excruciatingly slow. Za 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 za. Okay, let's try about there. Let's see if I can play this. Four. This is the hard part. All right, that was pretty decent. Now, other benefit of practicing excruciatingly slow like this is it's going to tell you where your tendency to rush is. And on that second phrase, the third and the fourth bar there, I was definitely rushing through that. And I could already feel my hands like, wait a minute, where should I mute the string? Should I play open? I am going to play in that second phrase. I think it's going to work best if I play open A string heading into beat 4 of the third bar and heading into that last string, so that if I play open A string, I can sort of shift up. But let me just shed the third and fourth bar again. 2, 3, 4. Right there. Okay, so again, you know, that was far from perfect. I had a lot of string noise happening. The main thing I noticed there, so I need to dampen, work on dampening. So again, none of this will come for me or for you. None of the mastery of even just these first 2 bars will come unless you do it this slow. And again, this is legit, folks. I haven't practiced this since I was 17 years old, so this is as if this is brand new to me. I kind of know the tune, but this is legit. I'm really genuinely shedding this here for, let's just say, the first time. Okay, so let's just shed this third and fourth bar again. 4. Rushing that last bar, and also still need to figure out my fingering with my right hand here, how to make dampen those other strings. 3, 4. Just play this. Isolate that. Let me do that. Hammer on. Going on. Wow. All right. Still a lot to do there. The sound is not really even across that bar, across that phrase. And I know if I were to record myself, I'm going to record myself and listen back, I'm going to hear a lot of other things. For now, I'm just going to go back to the beginning. But folks, this is where I start. I'm not going to take you through the entire session, because just getting these first 4 bars here is probably going to take me another half hour or so. That's legit what it takes. But let's just see if I can get just the basic nuts and bolts of this phrase at 30 beats per minute. This is what I would qualify as excruciatingly slow, and this is where you need to start when you're practicing anything, especially something like this. 2, 3, 4. Still needs work. Still rushing a little bit there at the end. All right. So I'm going to sit here and practice this for another 20, 30 minutes. You don't want to have to see that. But my point remains. And here's the thing. I know after the next 20, 30 minutes, even 50 minutes, let's say it takes 60 minutes, I know that I'm going to be able to play this at tempo because I'm doing the work slow. You've all heard it. We all know that truism, practice slow to get fast. But how many of you actually discipline yourself when you sit down with the bass to practice to actually do it? All right, so you want to learn more about my approach to practicing? Download my ebook below, my practice blueprint. Check that out below. You can download that for free. And if you want to just get a taste of some of the things that I talk about in that ebook, click here.